DJ Khaled just sat down on that new Joe Jada Show, and the man couldn't stop reminding us he don't do hate, only love, only brothers. But when Drake, Ross, and Future went nuclear, he ducked all smoke and blessed it with silence. Smart chess or scared money? I pulled the receipts from that interview, every quote, every sidestep, and by the end, you'll know if it's unity or a U-turn.
I didn't get in that energy. There's two energies I'm not gonna get in. Hate. Ask me a question. How do you deal with hate? Please, can you ask me?
How do you deal with hate, brother?
I don't.
Okay.
DJ Khaled just gave us the most Khaled answer ever on that Joe and Jada interview. Man looked Fat Joe dead in the face and said, I don't deal with hate. I only spread love. Bruh, sounds cute, right?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
But here's the real question. When Drake, Ross, and Future started airing each other out, why was Mr. We the Best suddenly Mr. We the Silent? You can scream God did all day, but when your brothers are throwing bombs, neutral ain't noble, bruh. It's convenient. Stick around. I got the receipts, and trust me, this interview told on him way more than he realized. Here's why this interview matters, family. DJ Khaled built his whole brand on unity. We the best, love, positivity, brotherhood. But when the biggest bomb dropped, Drake versus Ross versus Future, Khaled's answer wasn't loyalty. It was silence. See, that's the switch up I'm talking about. On the records, he's screaming another one like he's a general leading troops.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
But off the mic, he's basically saying, don't ask me to choose sides. I got features to protect. And look, I get it. Neutrality keeps the business flowing. But you can't scream brotherhood in public then play Switzerland in private. That's the tension between what Khaled sells and what he really stands on. The Breakfast Club broke it down too. Lauren LaRosa said Khaled's the guy who always stays positive, always supports behind the scenes, never gets mad. Cute resume, right? But peep this. When Fat Joe asked about the Drake, Ross, and Future beef, Khaled slid right back into his comfort zone. I love my brothers. I don't deal with hate. Everything's possible with God. Then Charlemagne had to poke fun. Remember when Khaled was asked about losing weight? Instead of God did, man said, I don't lose.
Stop it. Get some help.
Come on, bruh. So God can fix rap beefs, but he can't fix them lobster rolls Chef Megan's serving. And that's the pattern. Khaled will talk unity all day long. But notice, it's always in the safest way possible. Support is nice, but support ain't a stance. You can't sell us brotherhood and dodge every bullet at the same time. Let's keep it a buck. Khaled plays the scared boss role. Loud on the ad-libs, quiet when the smoke shows up. Look at his own words. We don't need that. We need positivity. We don't want to slow up the money. Translation, loyalty sounds good until it messes up the features. And this ain't new. He's been building that reputation for years. He'll jump on stage, scream God did, another one, all the slogans. But when his so-called brothers go at it,
I've never seen
he plays mute like the aux cord ain't plugged in. It's like, you can't sell us loyalty like it's an album package, then treat it like optional DLC when it costs you money. Brotherhood shouldn't be seasonal, bruh. Either you stand on it or admit it's business. Seeing that Joe and Jada interview, Khaled straight up branded himself the fixer. Ask me how I deal with hate. I don't. Bruh, that's not an answer. That's a dodge. Then he doubled down. You can't question my friendship. Those are my brothers. I love my brothers. But here's the thing. Brotherhood without accountability ain't brotherhood. That's PR with a side of lemon pepper. Look, I'm not saying Khaled has to jump in the middle of every rap war, but don't act like you the diplomat when you really just a dude in the corner screaming, God did.
They ain't believing us. God did.
Hoping nobody tags you in. Fixer? Nah, that's a fence sitter. And fence sitters don't lead the culture. They just keep their checks safe.
And then when you speak about all those great legends that you just talked about from Drake, my brother Future, Drake, who else you named?
Ross.
Those are my brothers. If you question, you can't question my friendship. How? It's impossible. Ain't nobody like motherfucking DJ Khaled. Joe, you know that. Joe, You know, take your glasses off. Let them see. You know that.
I super know that.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, when it comes to me, not only I'm going to tell my brothers we got to represent love, even when shit a lot of this shit is a misunderstanding and a lot of not communication, okay? And that's what it be about, lack of communication and misunderstanding. When it come down to DJ Khaled, I'm the one that's going to try to fix it.
Here's the truth nobody gonna say out loud. Neutrality ain't about love. It's about business. Think about it. Khaled staying quiet keeps the bag secure. Features from Drake, radio spins with Future, festival slots, sneaker endorsements. You think he's risking all that just to prove who his day one is? Nah, this is the same industry Jay-Z plays chess in, Diddy moves silent in, and Khaled learned to copy that blueprint. Call it positivity all you want, but the subtext is clear. Don't burn a bridge, might need a verse later. And the wild part? Fans hear brothers, but labels hear insurance policy. So yeah, Khaled ain't wrong for protecting business, but don't dress it up like loyalty. It's survival. And survival looks a lot different when the money's on the line. Khaled loves reminding us he's the unity guy. I put Jada and Beans on a record. I helped Ross and Jeezy squash it. I survived Fat Joe versus 50. Cool history lesson, but notice the pattern. Every beef he claims credit for fixing was already cooling off. He slides in at the tail end after the smoke clears, then calls himself the peacemaker.
So that was a f***ing lie.
A real one like me gonna always say, we gotta come together. We gotta stick together. We can never let nobody divide and conquer us. I'm the one that helped put that back together. Ross and Jeezy. Ask Jeezy and ask Ross.
Now,
don't ask me.
Let me ask you a question. With all this beef going on
I survived the Fat Joe 50 Cent beef.
That's a big beef.
Listen, Ross and 50 Cent, when they going at it. Fat Joe and 50 Cent going at it. All that. But Joe, we gonna keep it real? I'm the one out of the crew that always says, yo, we don't need that. We need to come together. We don't need that. We need love. We need positivity. And at the same time, it's not just that. We don't want to slow up the money.
That's like showing up after the fight, picking up the chairs and yelling, see, I stopped it. Real unity means stepping in when the risk is real. When Ross and Drake are trading shots in the middle of a collab run. When Future's name is heavy in the streets. But Khaled, he waits until it's safe. Until unity won't cost him nothing. And that's why I call it out. He ain't squashing beef. He's recycling PR. Here's where the mask slips. Fans ain't dumb, so they see the difference between loud ad-libs and quiet stances. Online, people already clowning them. Another one of not picking sides. Neutrality looks like wisdom on paper, but to the culture, it reads as fear. Think about the old rap era. Pac picked a side, 50 picked a side, even Jay and Nas drew their lines. That made the culture move. Now, we got bosses playing corporate HR. I love all my brothers. Let's not hate. Sounds like an office memo, not hip-hop. And fans don't respect fence sitters. They tolerate them. The crowd wants authenticity, even if it's messy. Neutral ain't inspiring. It's just safe. This is where it gets tricky. On the surface, Khaled looks like the saint of hip-hop. Always preaching love. Always saying positivity, unity. God did. But strip away the slogans, and you gotta ask, is this principle or optics? Because positivity works as a shield. You can hide behind it, avoid questions, dodge accountability, then look holy in the process. It's not that I won't pick a side, it's just that I love everybody. And don't get it twisted. Labels and brands love this version of Khaled. He's safe, marketable, won't jeopardize the bag. But the culture sees through it. It's not about unity. It's about immunity. He ain't protecting brothers. He's protecting business.
Business, always business.
So then Khaled turned the interview into a Sunday sermon. Everything's possible with God. They ain't believing us. God did.
They ain't believing us. God did.
And hey, I respect the family grind part. Man said his job is to protect his wife and kids, outwork everybody, stay focused. That's real. But let's not act like faith talk answers the hard questions. It's a pattern. When beef pops up, he leans on God. When loyalty gets questioned, he leans on God. At some point, you gotta ask, is this conviction or just convenient? Because faith ain't supposed to be a business shield. If you rolling with God, it should show in action, not just sound like a chorus line. Now let's zoom out. Neutrality in rap can either crown you or clown you. When it works, serious. Look at Jay-Z. Man moves like a chess player, rarely picks sides publicly, still keeps all his business lines open. That's long-term survival. But when it backfires, look at all the fence sitters who never earn respect. Fans start saying, he's scared. Artists stop trusting you. You're not the leader, you're just background noise. Even J. Cole, who mostly stays quiet, gets accused of ducking real issues. And 50, he built an empire off doing the opposite, picking sides, throwing bombs, and owning it. So where does Khaled land? He thinks he's playing Jay-Z chess, but to the culture, it feels more like HR training. Let's grade DJ Khaled real quick. Authenticity, middle. He sells loyalty on the mic, but dodges loyalty in real life. That's a 5 out of 10. Loyalty, bruh calls everybody brother, but won't risk a feature. That's a 4. Business IQ, can't front. He's a genius at keeping doors open, never burning bridges. That's a solid 9. Cultural leadership, that's where he flops. Leaders draw lines, they don't just pass slogans. That's a weak 3. So yeah, DJ Khaled ain't the fearless general he screams on tracks. He's the careful CEO, neutral at all costs. Smart for business, mid for culture. Here's the part people don't want to admit. Rap stopped being about the streets a long time ago. It turned into boardrooms, contracts, sponsorships, and when money becomes the referee, the culture starts losing. Look at Khaled. He ain't just ducking beef, he's representing the whole era of artists who learn the art of staying silent. No risks, no smoke, no loyalty test, just keep the stream safe and the collabs rolling. But here's the danger. When the game turns into PR, we lose the raw honesty that built hip-hop in the first place. The same genre that gave us Ice Cube versus NWA, 50 versus Jay, Jay versus Nas, is now full of I love all my brothers press runs. And listen, there's wisdom in not fighting every war. I get it, but leadership means more than keeping everybody smiling. Leadership means taking risks, choosing truth over convenience, and standing for something even when it costs. So the question ain't just is Khaled smart or soft? The real question is, what kind of culture do we want? One where everybody plays safe to secure the bag, or one where somebody finally draws a line again and reminds us what authenticity feels like? So let me throw it to y'all. Is Khaled playing smart CEO moves, or is he just too soft to stand on something? Drop it in the comments. I want to see where the culture stands on this one. And if you like this video, then you should also watch the one that just popped up on your screen right now. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.